Hello, a lot of you guys have asked me to do an ASMR video, and today I'm gonna give you guys a story time on how I became a tattoo artist. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of background and then I will give you kind of like I would say my English, my experience since I became a tattoo artist. It all started when I was already in college. I was, studying to be in nursing school. Sorry, there was someone outside. Okay, I was studying to be in nursing school. I was preparing myself. It was actually amazing. I do like to learn. I like to learn new things. In case you also didn't know, I used to know French. Not super well, but I don't practice it. I've also been in German classes, Japanese classes, but yeah, I don't know. I've just traveled much. I've had like a lot of other goals, and I'm, talking too much because I tend to do that when when I feel, how you say, yeah, when I feel that I'm in a safe place or with my closest people. But let's continue with the story. I love to learn. I love to learn about the human anatomy, the body, and everything. But one thing that stopped me from, keep pursuing my nursing career is that I have really bad memory. Really bad memory. And that's one of the most important things when you are in nursing school or preparing yourself for nursing school. So I decided to change careers because I decided that I was gonna be a psychologist. So I was going through college and then I was going to do the rest in a university. However, since okay, so I did my associates, so I'm graduated in arts and science and human services, and then I was gonna transfer, but I decided that I didn't wanna pursue that path anymore for my life. So in the pandemic, I started painting, I started watching videos, I tried to get a couple of apprenticeships because by the time I was living in Virginia while I was in college. However, that didn't work, and a lot of my clients know this, but a lot of tattoo shops, especially when they are like traditional tattoo shops, they're very closed, They're not open to people, not even to clients. Me as a tattoo artist, especially as a woman, a lot of girls come to me because they don't feel comfortable or heard in those type of environments because people or other artists tend to be like hardcore or rude, and they don't like that. So let's continue. I tried to get an apprenticeship. I didn't get my apprenticeship. I had my huge painting portfolio. So I decided to go back to Colombia for a few couple of months, get a mentor because all my friends from Colombia are tattoo artists. That was also one of the reasons I wanted to be a tattoo artist, the lifestyle, the freedom, you can express yourself. And even a lot of people ask me this. I've always wanted to get face tattoos. This is not something that I, randomly and how you say in English, maybe sporadically decided to do. I've always thought about it, and actually one of my first face tattoos, like really, visible face tattoos, was the day that I decided to kind of lock in and be a tattoo artist, to work hard, to promote myself out there, to promote my work. So that's what I did. But that's another story for another ASMR or kind of ASMR story time. I went to Colombia, I did my apprenticeship, um, I learned a lot. People ask me, and yes, it is important to know how to draw, to put shading, and a lot of art, knowledge. I feel like tattooing takes a lot of time, and I haven't even been tattooing 10 years. I've started in the pandemic, and I learned. I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. I learn every day. And even though I don't have time sometimes, I kind of like, like to look for more information, how to do shading better, because that's what I struggle the most, like to do shading or some other stuff. I'm really open to know more styles of tattooing. I've been working to learn more about realism. For now, I'm doing microrealism because I mainly do traditional and fine line, but I do any other type of, tattoo styles. After a couple of months, I decided to go back to the US, and then I started tattooing consistently. You guys already know that during both of my pregnancies, because I'm a mom and I love to say that, I, took a break, but currently I'm tattooing. Um, Besides being a mom, besides deciding to be a mom, this is one of the best decisions I've ever made. I love my job. I love my work. I love the freedom that it gives me, that I can be myself, that I can express myself, that I can choose my outfits, that I'm not judged. I mean, I am judged outside the whole tattoo, you know, world or whatever, but within that space, or I don't know, however you say that in English, I'm normal. I'm a normal person. I'm a professional tattoo artist. I want to keep learning how to do better in tattooing, on drawing. Yeah, that's my story on how I became a tattoo artist. Bye.